Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday morning, September 20th. I want to touch base a little bit on Phil's live that he did last night about the 21 trillion. I didn't sleep very good last night. I got up at like 2:30 and had a message from my friend that it was a must-see and I needed to watch it. I started to watch it in the middle of the night and then I changed my mind and went back to bed and watched pretty much all of it this morning. I have some cards that I made up because I want to see if I can get an amount of what percentage of what he said in that video last night is true. I have my own personal guess. It'll be interesting to see what the cards say, but there were things that were off kilter for me. So I want to go over those real quick and then I'll pull the cards and see what the cards say. One, he showed a document showing like wiring instructions. I give wiring instructions all day long, and I've done that for 3.5 years. What he showed me did not look like the wiring instructions that I have. And as far as like wiring, it's like it's a routing number and an account number. It doesn't, I don't think it looks any different for foreign ones, but that was one of the things that was off. I was like, that doesn't look like the wiring instructions that I'm used to. And if he really wanted to show that it was being sent to the Federal Reserve, you could have provided a receipt for the account information. You could have like blocked out the actual account number, but it could have been something more detailed and more official that would have like convinced me that $21 trillion landed in an account for the Federal Reserve. So that was a little wonky for me. Also, in the beginning of it, like a lot of those dates that he was going over was, it was written in 2017, but there was one document that was talking about an an order. You know what I'm talking about. That happened in 2018. Well, I don't think that was dated for 2018. I think it was dated for 2017. And as far as I know, 2018 comes after 2017. So I don't know. Oh, executive order. That's the word I was looking for. I don't know how you could have something written in 2017 talking about an executive order in 2018. I don't know if you guys caught that or not. I did not go back and rewatch it, but that was one of the things that I was like, what? That's not right. So my gut tells me like 50% of what he said was right. I mean, I know a lot of it didn't make sense to me, and a lot of it probably wouldn't because I've never been in the military. And so the one thing that comes to mind is back when I sold real estate years and years and years ago, there was an agent that he would take lots and lots and lots of paperwork to a listing agreement, and he would say, baffle them with bullshit. I feel like that's what was going on last night. I'm not saying that it was all false. I'm saying that it was probably, as usual, very intentional to get people digging for the truth and the facts, because I feel like a lot of times he will do something that is just off enough that people will go, that's not right. And then those detectives out there will go digging to see if they can find the truth. And part of me feels like that was part of what was going on last night. So, anyway, I've got like percentages and numbers, and I've got a card that says yes and no. So my question is, what percentage of Phil's show last night was true? Two cards fell out, and both of them had yes on the back, and then one of them had 5 and 9. So because 2 fell out, and honestly, what I was thinking beforehand was like 50% of it was right. 50% of that actually did happen, but I feel like there was some other forms from other whatever that were thrown in there to kind of throw people off the scent, or to, like I said, baffle them with bullshit. That was like 2.5 hours worth of stuff, and in my opinion, not a lot of meat. So if I read that the way they came out, then it would be 59% of what he said was true. So for those who like to dig into stuff like that, go back and watch it. And again, like wiring instructions, that did not make sense to me. That doesn't look like what I'm used to. And I don't know why, Hong Kong would have had our wiring instructions and account information if they're going to transfer that money in. And we should have been able to provide a receipt showing where it landed. I just looked at the clock and it was 5:55, and I've been seeing that a lot. Changes are coming. So he should have, or whoever was providing this information for him, they should have been able to print out a document showing where that money was received in. And I don't think he did, or if he did, it didn't look like anything that made sense to me. Because sometimes I have lenders that they're like going, the mother and father transferred $50,000 in as a gift, and I need to see the receipt from your accounting department that has made it there. So there are ways to show proof that it's been received. And the other thing that I thought of that didn't make sense to me is they used the United States Postal Service to send the documents, and that just seems like, like they've been a little unreliable lately. And something official, like some of those documents, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I had a certified document that took 2 weeks to get to my office last year sometime. I actually had an envelope that was dated, the stamp on it was dated, like where it went through a machine, was like 2 years old when it landed in my office. So the United States Postal Service is not the first thing that I would do if I was wanting to make sure some documents would get there. That was just also another thing that I was like, I think there are better services. And you would think that, I don't know, that's just a thought. I'm just throwing that out there. There's probably some other things, if you guys have watched it, that maybe made you go, what? So if you do have other things, throw that in there. Like I said, I feel like he is very, very intentional about the information that he drops out, because it is, making us go after the real facts and educate ourselves using our discernment, which is absolutely what we need to be doing. And like I said, from the get-go, I was like, I feel like this is about 50% right. And based on this, whoops, I just dropped them on the floor, 59% was right. So anyway, yeah, and both of those were yeses. Yes, it was 59% it was true. So part of it was true. We just have to figure out what part was true and what was not. I would have loved to have seen a much longer list of the people that they had taken that money from. And I don't feel like we got a very good explanation why, and maybe he's talked about this in previous lives, but if there are a lot of new people that are watching, I think he should have covered that, was why was Hong Kong sending us that money? How did they get in the middle of this? I think Charlie Ward has talked about that a lot, and I have a feeling I understand why, but that might have been good to have that thrown in the mix of it. So anyway, I will talk to you later. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in and ask if others of you had any feelings of something was not quite on or off or whatever. So have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.